Kitchen Gaze, and tonight I am going to be making my version of chicken and sausage jambalaya. Right now I am melting a full stick of butter in the pot, and then we will start adding vegetables once the butter is nice and melted. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and get our veggies into the melted butter. I have just one regular sized onion. Get that in there, get it sauteing. And then in here, I have about 4 regular stalks of celery. I have 1 regular sized red pepper and one medium sized orange pepper. And for jambalaya, people usually use green peppers, but it's let's put a little bit of color into this dish. Alright, and it's been a few minutes now, and the peppers and onions, celery and all that has begun to soften. Onions are getting translucent, which is what we're looking for. So next we're going to go ahead and add in 2 14-ounce cans of diced tomatoes, and that's just to help start to give it some color. I did drain the tomatoes a little bit, but not completely, because I do like using some of that liquid to help add into the flavor of the jambalaya. Gonna let that get incorporated. Alrighty, so this has been simmering a little bit. The tomatoes are getting nice and incorporated. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the meats. I've already pre-cooked them. I have a pound of hot sausage, well, hot Italian sausage, that I put some creole seasoning in while I was sauteing it. And then 2 pounds of chicken that I cubed. That I marinated for a few minutes in hot sauce and creole seasoning, salt and pepper. Sauteed that in some extra virgin olive oil. And I didn't worry about cooking the meats the whole way through and making sure that they're 100% done, because they're still gonna be doing some cooking while we're finishing this jambalaya. Alrighty, the chicken and the sausage is getting nice and heated up in our pot here, and I'm gonna go ahead and add about 1.5 containers, 32-ounce containers of chicken stock. Gonna do this just so we have enough liquid in here for when we add the rice, so that our rice gets fluffy and not crunchy. 1 whole container there. We'll just add about 1/2 of this container. Don't need the whole second part here. And that's about 1/2. We will go ahead and let this come up to a boil. Gonna turn the heat up a little bit. Once it starts boiling, then we are going to add our rice and the last little touches here. We have our stock and all that boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and add the rice to it. We're going to add 2 cups of white rice. I added that first cup. Second cup is coming right up. That's added in there. Now that it's boiling, I'm going to go ahead and lower the temperature. Get that rice mixed in there. And just 2 things before I put the lid on. Gonna add a little bit more of my hot sauce. Just give it that little extra kick. And to make sure we're getting all the flavors we need, gonna add a couple of dry bay leaves in there, so as it's simmering away, get all that delicious flavor going the whole way throughout. We also want to make sure that we are stirring this on occasion while we're waiting for that rice to cook. The jambalaya has been simmering. I actually let it simmer for about 25 minutes just to make sure. I don't want mine to be soupy. I want it to be more of like a rice dish. And the rice is looking nice and fluffy. Everything's all cooked. The liquid's evaporated nicely. So the only thing left to do, go ahead and turn that burner off. Just gonna move it over to a burner that's cool so that I can let this cool down a little bit and then give it a taste.